Hi, my name is Andy Hermon, and I'm currently applying for the position at Amazon Alexa for a graphic designer. I was given a list of questions to answer, so I'm just going to go down the list. First one was, how do you envision your role in the position contributing to the overall mission of our organization? I think my role contributing to the position will provide clients with materials that they need to be successful. I want to provide excellent work that will make the client come back again and again, and I believe my position will help hold a professional and creative image for our company, and that won't ever make the client second guess working with us. The second question was, how would you go about establishing your credibility with the team? I think that building a good relationship with your clients is a very important part of getting work done, keeping things organized, and keeping a happy workplace. I think projects get done no matter if they're difficult or easy, and it's a lot easier to talk to your clients if you take the time to get to know them and work well in group situations. I believe that I'm a very patient and calm person, and I'm easy to get along with, but I will work very hard to get to know my clients and or not customers, my coworkers. The next question is can you describe a situation in which your work was criticized? I am a graphic designer, so criticism is something that I go through all the time, just about with every project. You're making an idea from somebody else's head and bringing it to life, basically. So you really have to communicate with your client and listen to them to project something that they're trying to convey. So there's a lot of back and forth. They're going to criticize your work, other people will criticize your work, and it's just something that I have to deal with, and it's perfectly fine most of the time. Also, being an art major, you do things like critiques where students either love your work or they hate it or they're indifferent about it, and you get criticism so that you can go back and fix whatever you're working on or make it better. It really helps most of the time, in my opinion. The next question was, what irritates you about other people and how do you handle it? I have a really hard time working with people who don't know what's appropriate to talk about at work and what's not appropriate. I think it takes away from a lot of your productivity, and it can be hard to get out of a situation like that. Usually, if it happens to me, I try to politely change the conversation or find a way to get out of the situation and go work on something else and come back to whatever I was working on. Another thing that irritates me, it doesn't irritate me so much that it bothers me, is if I come into a job or I'm working with a coworker or a client who feels threatened by me. That happens a lot with graphic designers just because, most of the time an artist is trying to be better than the next artist. But in my case, I would rather work side by side with that person instead of competing with them. So I usually take the time to get to know them. I won't step on their toes. They probably won't step on my toes, and I just, keep my cool. The next question is, what can you offer that others cannot? I have many years of design experience in a wide amount of areas. I've worked with engineers of all different kinds, whether it's civil, structural, environmental, surveying, and I've also worked with students at University of Alaska Fairbanks and faculty members and also planned events. So there's all kinds of different areas I've worked in, different kind of people with different tasks and projects, whether it's scientific or it's more creative. I worked on the mathematical side of things, scientific side of things, and I've also had the freedom to be creative and make what I want. It just depends on what the client wants. I can also offer a very bright personality and a positive attitude. I'm patient with coworkers and clients, and I can work closely with them and complete work with hard deadlines and be on time. I provide great customer service skills, and I can also work in human resources if needed, like answering phones, filing, anything like that. The last question was, if you choose any superhero power, what would it be and why? This might sound cheesy, but I was thinking that I would want to have the power of empathy manipulation, like being able to change people's emotions or detect their emotions, whatever it may be. Emotions change all the time, and they play a great part on any decision anyone makes. I think it would be interesting to be able to change them, or just it would help in a lot of different situations. I've always been somewhat emotionally intelligent and in tune to how people act and how they're feeling, um, or how a group of people's emotions are feeling. Controlling a person's emotions would be handy in any situation where someone's making a decision based on their immediate emotion. Like if they're sad and they make a decision because they're sad, it can be different. If they don't sit for a while and take the time to make a better decision, not based on their emotions, it'd be cool to control that and, sit them back a little bit. Also, having the power to sense someone's emotions would be great, especially with like working with other people, because then you can work to fit their personality better. And this might sound cheesy as well, but it would work in the workplace in case like maybe two coworkers were having a conflicting event, or if there was somebody stressed out about a big project, it might help them to control their emotions. Anyways, that is all the questions for now. I would like to thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed my interview.